Hi, I'm Mary Elizabeth Johnson Shumway. I will tell you about a spirit world experience I had in April 1891, while living in Pinedale, Apache County, Arizona. I had been ailing for quite a long while, and a deep gloom was over me. I doctored my troubles best I could, but it seemed to do no good. I had no appetite, and this trouble had been preying on me for about 2 weeks when one day I felt so bad I went to bed and a terrible feeling came over me. I felt it coming up from my feet, and I was in a heavy sweat. It was different from any ordinary sickness, and it lasted till evening. I could not sleep on account of evil spirits. I asked the elders to administer to me, but it didn't seem to ease me, and it grew weaker and worse with the sweating. In the evening, all of a sudden it seemed that something fell on me and crushed me. The lady attending me, Letty Bryan, saw that something had happened, and she called my husband. He came in and held me in his arms, and all was dark to me as far as this world is concerned. But a light showed around me and the veil was raised so that I could see into the other world. I saw a great multitude of people. I looked beyond them to what seemed like a sea of glass. There were beautiful flowers as far as I could see. And as I stood there, everything was so heavenly and glorious I couldn't tell about it, not even about what I saw. I can't explain in earthly language what I saw. But I said, I am now in a bright light. I told my husband what I wanted to do with the children because I was going to go. But the light left me and went right up through the roof of the house. I was lying on the bed as I came back. I told them to bring my children to me, because I was going to leave. I had seen all these things, and I didn't want to live here any longer. That was the feeling I had. The children and the people came and surrounded my bed. The house was crowded and full of people. I kissed my family goodbye and told them how I wanted them to live. They began to beg me to stay and ask why I couldn't stay. I told them, I guess I will come back and stay a while if it is the Lord's will. I felt I had come back into a dark and gloomy world, but they got the oil and anointed me and stood around my bed and prayed for me. After they had gotten through praying, I knew I was going to live. My mouth was so set that I could hardly talk till after they had prayed for me, and then it began to loosen. During the experience, my body was cold to the waist, and it was a week before they got me warmed up to my normal temperature. But all my misery was gone, the trouble was rebuked and it left me, though I took no medicine. That evening, I heard heavenly singing as plain as if it were just in the next room. I heard all the parts very clearly. The hymn they sang was, God Moves in a Mysterious Way. And I heard that singing again after that time, and asked the people near me if they could not hear it. It seemed so plain I thought surely they ought to hear it, but they said they couldn't hear it at all. Since I have come to know about the radio, I am led to think that I was able to hear it because I was in tune with the source from which it came. The lady who was in the house with me during my wonderful experience had almost apostatized from the church, but the next Sunday in fast meeting she arose and said she could not be more sure of the truth if an angel had come and told her, because of the unmistakable influence in the room while I was going through the ordeal. While I was having that experience, the whole town was there. They seemed to realize their condition, and felt that in my experience, they had a call to repent and bring hell. When I was coming back to earthly things, I could see the terrible evil spirits, and I knew it was they who had been causing me the trouble. I knew, too, that they were rebuked so that they had no power over me from then on. Those spirits were awful things to look upon. It made me think of one time when the prophet Joseph asked the Lord to close the vision because it was too terrible for him to look upon. I know that I could not possibly be mistaken in the things I have told about this experience. I have felt the influence of it all my life since then, and now they are as true as can be. This has given me great faith in the Lord, for man can know that he is, and that there is a reward hereafter.